Evening, everybody. Hello.
Hello.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It's very
It's
strange,
good to be
isn't it? It is very, very strange being here on a Friday. And I know, I got confused last night, everybody. I'm so sorry. I thought it was 2 o'clock, but it's 2 o'clock here in France. But in the UK, it is 1 o'clock. So I don't know what time of week it is.
No.
Oh, what time?
Confusing. It's confusing for me as well. So.
So we have quite a few of you already on, so thank you for joining us. Bella and I wanted just to talk about what's happening at Château. So even though we are still in the studios, it is not a normal live that you would expect with Debbie Moore Designs. This is just a little informal chat. And so if you have any questions or queries, you can put in, because people want to know what's happening with the workshops and what we're doing and when we started. So that's our exciting news. Maybe we should have a drum roll, Dave. Yeah. So the exciting news, everybody, is the workshops are planned to go ahead in August. And depending on how many, we have a waiting list at the moment, depending how crazy busy they are,
Yes.
they may come in, start a little bit early as well at the end of July. So that is between 2 and 3 months away. So what we thought we'd do is talk about it. People can ask me questions. I already can see that we have got quite a few of you on Facebook and YouTube, so thank you. But that's the exciting news. And we are doing it with a bit of a difference, aren't we?
We are. Yes.
Because what we want to do is offer it for everybody, even if you are not in France, because I know we have some amazing followers, don't we?
Yes.
Around the world who would love to come, but don't know when yet. But that doesn't mean that you can't attend one of the Zoom workshops that we'll be doing. And what that means is that you will get a box of goodies, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So we're planning it so every part of the workshop you can actually take part in if you're doing Zoom. So if anybody has any questions on here, oh my goodness, there's loads of you: Lorraine, Julie, Carol, Sarah, Stephen, Barbara, Brenda, Kath, thank you for joining us, and Suzanne and Margaret and Vicky. So it is exciting, Marianne. And it definitely is, and Claire, it is brilliant news. And Suzanne says, is it me? I can't see anything at the moment. Yeah, we hadn't sorted out our graphics. We'll make sure if we have, or not if, when we have a live chat here at Château, we'll make sure that we'll get everything letting you know. Hi, Angela. Angela's joined us, saying hi,
Excellent.
Debbie and Bella. Thank you. So if anybody has any questions, you can let us know, okay? I will say that how it's going to work is we planned it so it's jam-packed, isn't it?
Yes, and there's going to be a variety of things as well. So
I'm going to just work out how many days it is. So essentially the first one is like 5 days. So one day where you arrive, we pick you up from the airport. So actually, let me just take a step back. There'll be 5 different packages available. So you'll have the Zoom workshops, okay? But the Zoom will also be different. Some people may only want to attend certain days, and some people may want to do the whole of the event, and that will be different in the price and the materials that you'll receive. And of course, it's the experience. So there'll be little gifts in there and little things that you will feel that you are part of the chateau. Even though you may be across the world, we want it available for everybody.
yes, and I think the other thing is we will work them so that they work together, so that you will really feel like you're part of the group.
Definitely. And the other thing to remember is even those people that are coming over to France and want to actually experience not just the actual workshops, because we're doing arts and craft workshops. We're going to go through what we've got planned for the first few ones, so you can have, you can see. We really don't keep secrets, do we? We can talk about that, but also it's not just about an arts and craft retreat here in France. It is the experience of the French countryside, the way of life.
The lifestyle.
It's beautiful, isn't it? It's so laid back. I don't know how I fit in. So that is the plan, okay. Oh, Sonia, thank you. She said, love to see you on TV last night. Yes. And I don't even remember half the things I said on there.
It's weird, isn't it?
Yes.
Because it's such a small amount as well.
It is, but don't forget the story will continue, everybody, so keep an eye on that. Sheila says, oh, I'm interested in the Zoom workshops. That's good, because that is what I need. So what's going to happen is we are going to put, Dave, can you put links to Château website? So what we're going to do is we have built a website, which is obviously going still through stages. We plan to have quite a lot of it ready. And it is a first come, first serve with even the Zoom as well as the workshops on location. The reason we're doing this is because we want the Zoom workshops to be very personal as well.
Yeah.
We're not doing for loads like we've done Zoom workshops in the past where we might have had 40. That is not happening, everybody. So it's a very kind of almost like you feel privileged and you feel pampered. We were talking about this last night, weren't we?
It's going to be quite a sort of, not intimate, but that kind of where you're close to people. It's going to be a restricted number. What's the word where? I'm trying to think of the word where it's a limited number of people. So
a private club there.
Private.
That's what we're going to do.
But yeah,
yes,
you know what I mean.
So Dave has actually put our website on Facebook, and he's actually put the link over on also on YouTube, which means there is a section on there that says you're interested in workshops. So as soon as you finish this live, okay, or watching this live, make sure you nip over there and fill in that you're interested in the workshops. And then what will happen is we're planning to get everything finalized very, very soon, and we'll send you out the actual spec. And you can see the different packages that we will have on offer. And then if you are interested in it, you can of course book it straight away because they're going to get filled. We've already got quite a big of an interest for the workshops. But we're going to just talk to and go through how it works. And then answer any questions that you come home. You know, this is your chat as much as our chat. So you're very welcome to ask any questions. But how the program's going to work. A lot of you know, because a lot of you have seen that Dave and I did have a debut on Channel 4 last night, and that happened a year ago, everybody. So that was a year ago of filming, and we have now been at the Château a year, but we still don't have accommodation ready on site. However, very near we have local gîtes, and the plan is that for anybody coming for the packages on location, we'll pick you up from the airport. You will then, because it'll be an afternoon flight, you will come and you will we'll check you in to the local gîte, and then you'll come to the Château, and then you'll have almost like a little kind of tour, and then you'll have dinner, and then we'll take you back to the gîte, okay? And then what will happen, and for those people that don't know what a gîte is, it is, how would you describe it? Bed and breakfast. Well, no, it's bed. Because you're having breakfast at the Château.
It's like a little mini holiday home, but it's not a caravan. So it's you know, it's accommodation. It's small accommodation. It's not like a massive.
So you
hotel.
don't, so that's how it's going to work, okay? And we put all the information in the document that you will get, so you can choose your different packages. Because some people might want to sort out your own accommodation, which is totally fine. But the idea behind it, which is really exciting, is that you feel that you are basically encompassed in the Château. So you will come to the Château, you'll have afternoon tea as well, depending on what time your flights are all in. Then the first day, it is a workshop, so we'll pick you up from where you stop in, and then you'll come and have breakfast at the Château in the Grand Salon. Oh, it might be really lovely depending on what time of year you are coming. You would have it outside looking over those gorgeous views.
On the terrace.
Yes, definitely. And then you'll start doing your workshops, and then a few hours later you will have dinner, or I should say lunch, and then back to the workshop, because of course you are crafting away, and we'll talk about what you're going to be doing on the workshop in a second. And then there's even afternoon tea with cake, you know, in the most beautiful china cups that are found in the Château. And for those people that want a little bit of tipple, you will have a little bit of bubbly in those teacups as well. And then what will happen is that you will then go back to the workshop, and then you will go back to the gîte, freshen up, and then come back to the chateau, and it will be literally, because it's a small group, we're only having 8 per workshop.
Yeah.
So for those people, so how it works with those people who are doing Zoom, of course, we will have certain stages. You can have a personal tour on one of them, but also the mainly is the workshops, which we'll come to in a second. But the exciting news for those people who are coming on the physically coming to the chateau for the workshops, it is, we've got 2 trips out, haven't we?
Yeah, it'd be lovely. Really
So
lovely.
it is across 5 days. So you've got the workshop, but then you have 2 trips. One of them is to Limoges, which is not far, okay?
Yeah.
So we'll all go on a little minibus, and we'll be going to Limoges and going to have a look at the markets and the brocants there, and then having a look. Obviously, Limoges is famous for its pottery. So it's a kind of play day that day. But one of the other afternoons, we're going to another chateau. So I'm sure you've seen them on Château DIY. Is Lee and Belinda are not far from here, so we're working in collaboration. So you get to come over, we go over to them, and you'll have a little tour, a personal tour, and then we will be having lunch with Lee and Belinda. And that'll be part of the package as well. So there's a lot going on, as well as doing the workshop with us. Now we're going to stop there for a minute to see if there's any questions, and then we'll recap with everything. Okay, there's quite a lot of people wanting to do Zoom. Oh, and more people join us. So thank you, Julie and Jennifer and Heather. And I've got Anne, Carolyn. So, Stephen says, is it similar to the VIP? No, it isn't, because this is, I need to find a better word than, or the next step up to VIP.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of.
Yes, so this is basically exclusive, and you're just going to get and feel that you're at the chateau, and that's when we're talking about the actual Zoom. Heather says, just signed up for the info on your website. Heather, that was really organised. I'm watching at the same time. And okay, so any questions with regard to Debbie Moore Designs? I'm afraid please leave that for another time, and we'll come back to that. But this is all about the workshops themselves that's happening in France.
Ah, now somebody said, excuse me, they're in Australia.
Okay, she says, this sounds really great. Too bad I'm so far away from France in Australia. But you can do the Zoom.
But the time difference might be difficult.
Well, we'll work it all out and get you different schedules, because obviously, yes, you can participate. We have people that watch us and attend us in Zoom and do the lives from Australia.
Yeah.
So the other thing is there is the workshops, and also by having the Zoom, you will actually you can watch the actual workshop anytime. So we're going to talk about the workshops in a second. Yes, Carol, yes, I'm glad you're interested in Zoom. Even if you're interested in Zoom, you need to also put your interest on the form on the website. The reason I'm saying that is we're going to keep it small as well. So we're only going to have 8, I think, for Zoom as well. So that way the class is quite small and we all participate. So you'll feel that you are in the actual Château workshop. So we're keeping it very personal, and everybody will be sharing that, what they're doing and everything like that. Caroline says, this sounds well, would love to come. Could be a fight for spaces, lol. Well, this is why we are doing more than one date, of course, okay? So this is why, as of next week, we'll be sorting that out.
Kathy says, I'd like to visit you in France, but I need a passport, so I would start with a Zoom workshop.
Yes, definitely, Kathy, you do need a passport to come to France. A lot of you have already said you've done and put the interest for the workshops over on Château Château. That's amazing. Yes, Jennifer, you will still have to need to do that. Jane's put, does the package include transport from the UK, or do we arrange that ourselves? Good question, Jane. We're doing 2 packages relating to that. So we're doing one with all the different packages where you actually organise your own transport, because we know there's people already in France, or people are coming through to another journey.
Yeah.
However, we will also be doing it from the UK, and you'll be flying from Stansted.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's every possibility I might fly over with you and
Yes.
meet you and join. We can travel back
Yeah,
at the same
so
time.
we are doing both of them. Where you can sign up. Oh, I thought it was pinned at the bottom. Château website. We'll put that back on, Lorraine. You can see it over on YouTube. Okay, and I can see Sheila's already gone and done it on the website. Dave has just put the link at the bottom of Facebook. So if you would like to sign up, I should say,
Yes.
you can. And then what will happen is I'll be in touch with everybody next week. Okay, hi Tracy and Jean, thank you for joining us. Margaret says, everything sounds so exciting. I wish I was in better health so I could travel. Oh, Margaret, well, don't worry. You don't have to miss out if you can't travel. This is why we have lots of people who are interested worldwide. And what will happen is, this is why we actually get in the actual workshop sorted out sooner than later. Because for those people that participate in Zoom, you will get a box of goodies. I am not going to tell you exactly what you get in because you have to have some surprises. But in it, you will have the things that you will get excited about. Okay, yes. I nearly said it. But essentially, you will get Château goodies in the box for you to actually use, plus gifts as part of your Zoom workshop. So you will actually, I'm itching to tell you, but I'm not going to. But we'll talk about the workshops now, okay? Jackie says, this sounds amazing. Certainly interested in both options. That's fine. Hi, Nikki. Thank you for joining us. So the workshops themselves. So we are going to be doing a couple of different types of workshops. Mm-hmm. There's actually, and you will get that when the program comes through for you to choose. And don't forget, all the time, it's more of a personal workshop. Whether you're attending Zoom or you are coming here in real life, we want that kind of one-to-one, like you said, yes, intimate feel. Exclusivity. That's the word. Exclusivity. The exclusivity of Château Chimay. Yes. Because, like I've just said, a lot of you have watched Dave and I started our journey on Channel 4 last night, which, okay, there's loads to watch, okay, and we're still filming because it wasn't yesterday, the day before. Wednesday we had them out here filming the next series, and you'll be watching Bella in it as well, and there is also Solly Joe from Would You Bend in that, and loads of other familiar faces that you will recognise from our crafting world. However, the focus for the Chateau is going to be on inspiration. It's going to be on also the experience. So whether you can't come to the Chateau, we will be putting those in place through Zoom workshops, and they're going to be a personal option. And so we'll be actually working all those packages out, sending them to you, and then you can decide which one you want to do. But talking about the workshops, so for example, we have got two, if anybody wants to do the actual sewing, we have got
EPP.
Yes, we have EPP.
English paper piecing, and it's all about hand sewing. So hand sewing with fabric and using paper templates, and some people will be familiar with it, but some people won't. So yes. I
will stress that this is not in all the package. These are choices that's happening. Obviously, on the paper crafting side, we have got, we are doing different types of books as well. I'm showing you how to do bookbinding and memory books, but not only that, we are doing some jewelry making as well, and we're making some vintage brooch. And we're showing you how to get the best out of clay and things like that in there. Yeah. But it doesn't stop there, because then we've gone a little bit crazy. We have a lavender afternoon, which we're trying to work out how we're going to do this for Zoom, because essentially you're making some candles. Yes. And for those people coming, you'll end up having tasting sessions with lavender ice cream and lavender gin and all kinds of, it really is a whole mixture. So we're just ironing out the last things for the Zoom, and then we're going to send it off, because I know people are wanting to book as soon as possible. So therefore, it's in 3 months' time, you get your place sorted. And also for those people who want to attend the Zoom class, that gives us time to send out your box. We are going to put a little thing that you can't open it until at least a few days beforehand, but we're wanting to make sure, especially if it's going to Australia, that it goes to you in well time for you to actually participate in the Zoom classes. Hi, Ali. Thank you for joining us. She's put, hi, ladies. I'm disabled and use a small mobility scooter. Will this be a problem? I will find out. So basically, we will ensure that the accommodation you're staying be fine. Ali, can you walk from the scooter to a chair? Let me know if that is okay. Stephen says, I can't find the Zoom workshop. Stephen, I think you might be getting a little bit confused. You nip over to Château website, and if you are interested in the Zoom workshop, you need to go where it says interested in workshops and put your details in. And then what will happen is we will send all the information out in the next week or so explaining the packages that is available. Carol says, what happens if we can't do either? Will we miss out on all the fun? Yes. I don't really understand what you mean, Carol. So these are obviously workshops on Zoom or in person, but we will be doing live videos of getting ready for the shows. But obviously, if you can't attend, if you can't go on a live and you can't do in person, I think unfortunately you will miss up on that particular fun, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you. Lots of people have sent messages. Are the partners able to also attend? Yes. Okay, of course they can. And there will be an extra information in the package about your partners and what they can do when you are busy either candle making or making a vintage brooch. Okay. Obviously, if your partner wants to come to the day trips, they can. But obviously, these are the tweaks that we are ironing all out, because at the end of the day we know that there will be people who want to come with the partners. However, the partner will not want to learn how to do EPP. So we are doing lots of different techniques, and it's not just a full-on paper craft. We've decided to do a mashup, so we are teaching you about different things in there. It is going to be like a big party, really, essentially.
Yes, it would be a variety, and it would be almost like a weekend party, like they used to do in the old days. Invite all your friends down and have an amazing time.
Yes, one of the evenings for those people that come in on site. There will be a banquet, okay? Yes,
there's got to be a banquet in the chateau.
There's a banquet one of the evenings, so as I said, so it's a 5 days, essentially, because you've got the travel day, okay? You've got a half day, because obviously 1/2 day is you'll do workshops in the morning, and then we'll all go to see Lee and Belinda. I can never pronounce their chateau. I need to Merlou. How do you pronounce it, Dave? Do you remember? Merul.
Merul.
Yes, so Lee and Belinda.
Yes.
So a lot of you have seen them already on Château DIY. So that will be one of the afternoons we'll be going over there. And then we'll be going to Limoges on one day, okay? And that's more like a 3/4 day, but then we're coming back for a Prosecco for those people that want Prosecco and crafting and doing that. And then the other few days are all to do with the different things in the workshop. Can Dave do a drumming session for the partners? I don't think that would be a good thing. At the moment, Belinda, they are up in the attic somewhere. Yes. But of course, what we're going to be... sorry, I've just laughed. Heather said, is there any fishing lakes near you? Yes. And there's a brilliant one 5 minutes from here. And our friend went fishing, I think it was yesterday. And he said he's never caught as many fish. They're this big. No, I'm not joking.
That's always what people say.
David, we got a picture.
It's this big.
I'm going to show everybody because it's not this big. They're this. Yes, I'm going to show everybody. This is from yesterday, and he caught so many. Our friend Steve.
Wow. Oh my word.
There you go. So
huge.
Maybe we should do a package with fishing and crafting workshop. That's a good idea, Heather.
Wow. Wow.
I'm hoping that you are meaning that you are going to join the actual arts and craft workshop with us, and your partner is going to go and do the fishing, not the other way around.
Could be.
Oh, I like what Lorraine's put. My hubby could cut the grass. Do you know what? We cut the grass, 3 days ago, before Château DIY were here filming. So that was Tuesday. No, Monday. I can't remember what day. It was either Monday or Tuesday here at the Château, and it was cut.
Yep.
Bella and Dave have been raking it all up, okay?
Yeah.
And then today, I've just looked at everything, and it's grown. I've never seen grass grow so quick here.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole 5 days cutting the lawn.
Yes, definitely. Okay, does anybody have any more questions, okay? Because that's really what we've come on to talk to you about. Kathy says you could add some DIY in for the partners. I don't know how that would come with regards to health and safety, everybody. But there will be a tour, okay, of the Château, of course, of the rooms. And some of the rooms you'll see that we haven't got there. Eventually, what you have to realise, everybody, eventually we will have on-site accommodation, because we do have a gîte. On site, a couple of gîtes on site. However, they need decorating and they need updating. And once they're updated, we will definitely be doing it on site. But of course, we will never have at the moment accommodation for
everybody.
Yes, no, not for 16 people. So we're working with local people. We actually stayed with them as well, so we know they're lovely. And the idea is you will actually, like in the evenings, for anybody that's coming in the evenings, you will have dinner with us all in the Grand Salon, and then you'll relax for a little bit. You might want to do some bit more in the workshop, or have a look around the shop that we'll have, because we're working on the shop now, aren't we? And then around 11 o'clock you'll be taken back for you to have a good night's sleep, ready for the next day, raring to go. We'll pick you up and have an amazing breakfast. And I'm making jam.
Cheers.
So with the fruit, there's just the experience of the Château. I can't tell you how beautiful it's here. If you've never been to France, okay, it is the most gorgeous place. It is very green, lovely and warm, but the actual, what would you say, the actual ambience is it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and the lifestyle is lovely, and the people are lovely, actually.
Yes, exactly. Oh, Edna, thank you for joining us, and thank you for the stars. Bless you, they really will help, because that will all go towards renovating. That's what we're doing here, juggling between our normal jobs and the renovating. Yes. Okay, everybody, so I think that was the exciting news, that the workshops are finally sorting out. Don't forget, the link is over on YouTube. You can see it to go to Château Chimay website. Now, at the moment, it is up, but every week it'll be changing, okay? We'll be loading up our products up there as well. And they're products they actually download products as well as physical products that you will be able to buy. And as I said, everything goes towards supporting the Château. And it'd be lovely if you guys can just go over to Château Chimay, and if you are interested in either Zoom workshops or physical workshops, please make sure you put your information, and we'll get onto it and get it all sent out and get them going.
If you're not able to attend yourself, but you know someone who might be interested, then send them the information.
Oh, it might even be a lovely gift for somebody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. But I think we might have answered everybody. I'm just double checking any messages on both YouTube or Facebook. But I think that's it.
That's it, and there'll be other opportunities for people to ask questions as well. So obviously remember over on YouTube to click subscribe if you aren't already subscribing, to keep up to date with the news. And also we'll be doing loads of videos coming out very, very soon. Yeah. But we're going to sign off because the sun is calling us. Out.
Yes, the sun is calling us. Okay, so have a fabulous afternoon. Take care, stay safe. God bless you all. I'm going to say goodbye from Bella and I, and Dave, that's over there. Au revoir from Château Chimay. Bye-bye.